Hello everyone, good day. So my name is Angeline Hardubusmian. So my task for today is to report about the three system of measuring temperature. So this is just a continuation in chapter 1. So first we have the Fahrenheit, second we have the Celsius, and third we have the Kelvin. So when we say temperature, it is the energy measured with a tool called thermometer. So which comes from the Greek words thermos means hot and metron means measure. So according to the online etymology dictionary. So another definitions of temperature is that it's a measures of the average kinetic energy. So the energy of mass in motion. So of a substance's molecules according to the Georgia State University. So when we say Fahrenheit, it is this scale is a temperature scale based on one proposed in 1724 by the physicist Daniel Gabriel Fahrenheit. So with a symbol of degree denoted by F. So the freezing point of the water in Fahrenheit is 32 degree and the boiling point of the water is 212 degree. So the formula of Fahrenheit to Celsius is degree Celsius equals 5 over 9 close open parenthesis degree Fahrenheit minus 32. So the Celsius is the temperature scale originally known as centigrade scale. So with a symbol of degree denoted by C. So by the Swedish astronomer Anders Celsius in 1701 to 1744. The Celsius to Fahrenheit formula is the temperature Fahrenheit equal to 9 over 5 Tc plus 32. So Fahrenheit. So we have the examples about the Fahrenheit to Celsius and how. So we have the example of Fahrenheit to Celsius. So the average body temperature of house cat is 101.5 degree Fahrenheit. So what is the temperature in Celsius? So the solution is the formula to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius is degree Celsius equal to 5 over 9 close up in parentheses degree Fahrenheit minus 32. So where degree Fahrenheit and degree Celsius are the temperatures in Fahrenheit and Celsius respectively. So we just substitute the 101 to 101.5 degree Fahrenheit into the formula. So degree Celsius, so may ano na ang mahitabo, degree Celsius equals 5 over 9. So ang F siya kay iyahang given number is that 101.5 minus 32 and then subtract. So we come up to the degree Celsius may equals to 5 over 9, 69.9. And then, pag once i-multiply mo siya ang 5 times 69.5, so ang result niya is 347.5. And then, divide by 9. And then, the answer is that degree Celsius equals 38.6 degrees Celsius. So, naasay another way in getting the Fahrenheit to Celsius. So ing ane para dili malibgan sa diri nga sa 5 times 69.5. So ang uban malibog siya. So another way para dili siya ingon nga hassle. So ing ane. So degree Celsius equals to close open parenthesis degree Fahrenheit minus 32 divide by 1.8. So, yan siya kadali. So, i-substitute lang nimo ang 101.5 sa degree Fahrenheit minus 32 and then iyang come up siya into 69.5 minus 32 divide by 1.8. So, ang result niya is the same lang ng gihapon. So, we come up so 38.6 degrees Celsius. So, ang answer is that the average body temperature of a cat in Celsius is 38.6 degrees Celsius. So, another sa Celsius to Fahrenheit we have the problem. So what is the temperature in Fahrenheit of the 20 degrees Celsius? So we have the solution. So the conversion formula of degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit is temperature subscript of F equal to 9/5 close open parenthesis TC plus 32. So, and then i-substitute lang nimo siya ang 20 degrees Celsius sa temperature subscript of C. So, plus 32 na dayon, and then 20 plus, so 20 kanin 9 plus 20 is come up sa 36 plus 32. So ang result niya is 68 degree Fahrenheit. So ang answer, so the temperature in Fahrenheit of 20 degrees Celsius is 68 degree Fahrenheit. So yung ana lang siya ka dali. And then we have the Kelvin. So Kelvin is the base unit of temperatures in the International System of Unit, or the SI. So having the symbol of K. So it is named after the Belfast-born Glasgow University engineer and physicist William Thomson, first Baron Kelvin in 1824 to 1907. So on the Kelvin scale, pure water freezes at 273.15 Kelvin, and it boils at 373.15 Kelvin in 1 atm. So in getting the Celsius to Kelvins, we have the formula. K equals to degrees Celsius plus 273.15. And then, where T degrees Celsius is the temperature in Celsius, and then K is the temperature in Kelvin. And then the Kelvin to Fahrenheit, we have the degrees Fahrenheit equals 9/5. Close open parentheses, we have the K minus 273 plus 32. So in how to convert the 27 degrees Celsius to Kelvin, so we have the solution. So K equals degrees Celsius plus 273. So ang 27 degrees Celsius substitute siya sa degrees Celsius plus 273. So ang answer niya is 300. So we have the Kelvin equal 300. And then another example for Kelvin to Fahrenheit is the room temperature is 293 Kelvin. So ang solution niya is the degree Fahrenheit equals 9/5 close open parentheses K minus 273 plus 32. So Fahrenheit equals 9/5, gisubstitute lang diri ang 293 sa K, and then 293 minus 273 is 20. And then diri nga ang bantog siya nako ang 36 is the kay 9 times 20 is 180, and then divide by 5 is 36 plus 32. So yung ana lang siya. So ang answer is Fahrenheit equal to 68. So the room temperature is 68 degree Fahrenheit. So another topic in chapter 1 talks about the density. So when we say density is a measure of mass per unit of volume. So the higher an object density, so the higher its mass per volume. So the SI unit of density is the kilogram per cubic meter, or the kg per cubic meter. And then with the symbol of kananging ana siya mara okri. So mara siya letter P, or pwede po siya letter D inyong gamitan. So we have the formula. So density equals mass per over volume. So density is the object density measured in kilograms per cubic meter, and then M is the object's total mass measured in kilograms, and then V is the object total volume, so measured in cubic meter. And then we have the example number 1 using the density. So A certain mineral has a mass of 17.8 grams and a volume of 2.35 cubic centimeter. So what is the density of this mineral? So we have the formula: density equals mass over volume. So ang mass na to dire kay na siya kanang 17.8 grams over 2.35 cubic centimeter. And then 17.8 divide by 2.35, so the result is 7.57 gram per cubic centimeter. And then another example is that what is the mass of 49.6 millimeter sample of liquid which has the density of 0.85 gram per ml. So ang formula na to kay density equals mass over volume. So diri ang mass na to diri kay mao ang missing, and then mao ato ang pangitaan. So ang density niya is 0.85 gram per ml, and then ang volume na to kay 49.6 ml, and then i-cancel na to ang ml, ang ml sa pikas, so ang ml diri sa babaw cancel na to siya kay same man sila og kanang unit, and then i-cancel na to siya, and then i-cross multiply na nato ang 0.85 to 49.6 kay para makuha na to ang mass na to. So dire kani siya, understood naman ni siya diri sa ubos sa 0.1 nga naa ni siya 1, and then ang mabilin na lang diri kay mass times 1 times mass equals mass, and then 0.85 gram times 49.6 is that 42 grams. So nganong gram raman diri kay di ba cancel naman ang ml, so gram na lang ang nabilin, grams. So atong mass diri kay atong gipahita kay mass, so ang mass nato kay 42 grams. And then so another topic and chapter 1 is the talks about matter. So matter is anything that has mass and volume. So when we say matter, it refers to anything that occupies space and has mass. So all matter is made up of substances called elements, so which have the specific chemical and physical properties and cannot be broken down into another substances through ordinary chemical reactions. So matter exists in three states. So we have the solid, liquid, and gas. So when we say solid, so it is rigid. So dili siya ingon nga dali siya nga mabuak. So lig-on siya, and then are packed closely together, and the forces between the particles are strong enough that the particles can move freely, so they can only vibrate. So has a stable, definite shape and has definite volume. So examples of liquid is that we have the common table salt, and water ice, and frozen carbon dioxide or the dry ice, rock, most metal. So what is liquid? So liquid is not rigid. So dili siya lig-on. Kay kuan naman siya kanang fluid lang siya. So a liquid is a state of matter with a definite volume but no fixed shape. So as liquid can flow freely but it constant volume. So examples ani kay kanang oil. So water, so di ba wala siya shape, and then water, blood, depende kung naa siya sa container, and then blood, milk, coffee. So we have the gas. So by the way, liquid is fluid that conforms to the shape of its container but that retains nearly constant so volumes and independent of pressures. And then we have the gas. gas is not rigid, so no fixed shape, no fixed volume. And then, so when we say gas molecules have either every weak bonds or no bonds at all. So they can move freely and quickly. Because of this, not only with well of gas conforms to the shape of its container. So it will also expand to the completely fill the container. So examples is the air, helium. Ang helium kato ni siyang air nga ginakuan sa balloon. And then para mo burot ang balloon. And then we have the ozone, carbon dioxide. So another topic in chapter 1 talks about the mixtures. So when we say mixtures, so what comes in your mind when we say mixtures? So mixtures is a physical blend of two or more components of each which retains its own identity and properties in the mixtures. So in mixtures, we have the homogeneous mixture and the heterogeneous mixtures. So homogeneous mixture is a mixture in which the composition is uniform throughout the mixture, so consists of single phase, and also particles distributed uniformly. So examples niya, we have the coffee, wine, and milk. So by the way, homogeneous mixtures is a solid, liquid, and gaseous mixture. So that the uniform composition. So no matter where you sample the mixture, so the amount and the type of the components is the same. So not like in heterogeneous mixtures, kay ang mixtures is has non-uniform composition and has two or more phase. So it can be separated physically. So in contrast sa homogeneous, ang heterogeneous mixture lacks of uniform composition. So the sample won't be identical. So you can use mechanical method to separate components of the heterogeneous mixture. So for example, kanang sa salad, sa fruit salad, di ba, laylay siya og kanang paste, laylay siya og mga shape, size. So ma-identify nimo siya dali-dali asa ang mga cherry ato, asa ang pineapple ato, asa ang kwan ato, pero magamit ka og kanang like kutsara. So mo na siya ang kanang magamit ka og mechanical method. So another examples is that the water and oil, di ba, pag once iipo nimo silang duha, so mag-separate ang water, mag-separate ang oil. So na siya explanation behind ug ngano mag-separate sila. We have another example, we have the sun and water. So di ba pag once kuano nimo ang sun and water, mulugdang ang sun and then the water, so mag-separate, dili sila ingon nga mo mix. So another example is the ice cubes in a drink. So pag once ibutang nimo ang ice cubes sa drinks, so dili gyapon sila magsagol depende kung malanay na ang ice cubes. So another examples, we have the sodium chloride and the sun. So the salt and the sun. So in chapter 1, we can encounter the physical change. So what is physical change? So change in the form of substance, not in the chemical position. So examples of physical change, so di ba familiar na kaya nato siya ang physical change. So we have the examples. We have the cutting paper, melting butter, dissolving salt in a water, breaking glass. Breaking, just an error. So in physical change kanang di ba pag once ang ikat mo siya ang paper, pero maora gyapon nga paper lang gyapon siya, pero malahi lang iyahang size, gagmay no siya, pero paper lang gyapon siya. And then sa melting butter, maora gyapon siya sa salt in water. So pag once nga malanay na siya ang salt, pero kung once nga imong tong tilawan ang water, so parat gyapon siya, so understood siya nga na siya is salt. So example, ang breaking, nabuak ang glass. So pag once nga nabuak na ang glass rather, so ma-identify gyapon nimo siya nga glass ra gyapon to. So we have the distillation. In physical change, we have the distillation. So distillation It's like this. We can use the thermometer, water, then water out, condenser, fractionating column, so burner. So distillation is the process of separating components of mixture based on different boiling points. So another examples, we have the filtration. Filtration, familiar na po kayo ni siya sa tuwa kaning magamit ta og funnel. And then filtration is a process used to separate solid from liquids or gases using filter medium that allows the fluid to pass through but not the solid. So, 'di ba mas gisala niya ang kanang solid kaysa sa liquid, kay ang liquid na naman siya sa ubos. So examples ani kanang magaling og kape. So 'di ba pag once magaling na og kape kanang mo na siya example sa filtration. Sa laon to nila tong mga coffee nga dili siya ingon ma-turn into liquid. So another in physical change, we can encounter also the chromatography. What is chromatography? So yung ani siya naa siya mara glass nga nasa sulod. So chromatography is a process of separating components of mixtures. Example sa ninya food testing. So ikuanda dire kaning according sa sa Google nga ang examples niya mga food testing kay i-examine nila dire ang food if naa ba siya mga chemical nga maka-poison sa katawo mo na siya. And then creating vaccination and drug testing nga nidya po lang gamiton, and forensic testing. So in forensic testing mo ni siya kutong ang gamit kay diri ang chromatography because it's used to help catch criminals. So kutong mga magkuan sa mga criminals mo ni sa ilang ang gamiton sa mga police or the NBI. Ano siya ang chromatography para ma-identify nila kung kisa ang gahimo. So we have the physical change and we have also the chemical change. So when we say chemical change, a given substance becomes a new substance or substances with different properties and different composition. So like this one. So kani siya unsa man ang chemical change, may ani na we have the burning. So pag once i-burn, di ba ganina kay gigunting lang siya, cut into pieces lang siya. And then so papel ra gyapon siya. Pag once i-burn na nimo siya, so na siya chemical reaction. So mahimo na siyang abo. So pag once na abo na siya, di na nimo siya ma-identify if unsa pa to siya, paper ba to siya or lain nga butang. So and then also we have this one, the rusting. Kani natay-an na siya, so di na nimo siya ingon nga na siya mga chemical reactions gyapon. And then this one, the rotting. So nalata na siya ang prutas. So pag once nalata na siya, so nanadya po yung nabag-o. So dili na sila same. And then also we have the cooking. So pag once i-cook na nimo siya, so na siya chemical reaction gyapon nga ding interact ani nga sa cooking. So mo na siya ang mga chemical change. So that's all everyone. So I hope that you have learned something about my lesson for today. So thank you for listening. God bless.